guys, it's Adrian. Today I'm here with my dog Lex to bring you the guide dog tag. For those of you who don't know, I am legally blind. I do have a seeing eye dog, and a bunch of you, after seeing a couple of my other visually impaired videos, I think I'm going to make a playlist, so I'll leave a link up here for you. You can go check them out in case you're interested. But a bunch of you have been asking me to do the guide dog tag, so I thought I would bring it to you. And let me just start off by saying Lex is not happy because I really had to fiddle with my camera, and still it's probably not quite in focus, but I'm sorry about that. There's not much I can do. The situation down here is ridiculous. But I have to keep moving him, and he's just like, woman, I'm in my bed, leave me alone. This tag was created by Fashioneyesta. I will leave a link to her video down below. By the way, she was the first visually impaired YouTuber that I saw. I actually went looking when I thought about starting my own YouTube channel because I wasn't really sure if I could do it, and I wanted to see what other people had tried, and she did it, and she does it well. And so here I am, 2 years later almost, with my guide dog Lex. So let's do the guide dog tag. Question number 1, what is your guide dog's name? I technically already answered this one. His name is Lex. In the school that he comes from, they name all of the puppy litters or nests. I don't know what to call it in English. You have to call them nests. But they have the nests are named per letter. So Lex was the L nest. He's got, for example, a sister named Luna, a brother named Lobus, and so on. There were 9 in Lex's L nest, so he had a big family. Question number 2 is, what breed is your guide dog? Lex is a cross between a German Shepherd and a Golden Retriever. Again, at the guide dog school that he comes from, they only use 3 kinds of dogs, and they make crosses in between. They use Golden Retrievers, German Shepherds, and Labradors. So they all have like this mix. Lex is a mix of Retriever and German Shepherd, and I love it because he's got the playfulness of the Golden Retriever, the very family dog Golden Retriever, but he's got the temperament of a German Shepherd for the most part. And he is just like the ultimate cuddle dog from the Retriever, but he's very owner focused from the Shepherd. It's like the perfect match. How old is your guide dog? He just turned 6, so this August 1st, so he's got about 2 or 3 more work years in him. He's a good boy. He's middle-aged. Well, I'm almost middle-aged too, so we make a good pair. Where was your guide dog trained? He was trained at KNGF Geleidehonden, KNGF guide dogs. It's the National Dutch Guide Dog. I can't translate on the spot because it's awful, but I'll leave a link to their website. They do have an English website as well, so you can go check that out if you want. It's one of the bigger guide dog schools in the Netherlands, and I am very happy with him. If you live in the Netherlands and you're looking for a guide dog, I would very much suggest going with KNGF because they are phenomenal. Number 5 is, when did you qualify for a guide dog? I'm not sure if this is when did I get my guide dog or when did I qualify for a guide dog, but I applied and qualified for a guide dog in August of 2013. I received a guide dog in June of 2014. Number 6 is, Lex your first guide dog? Yes, he is. I probably should have had one quite a while ago, but I was too stubborn. When I had kids, when I got Lex, my youngest was 3 and my oldest was 5. So I really need to focus on them and less on my environment around me. So that's when I decided I need to bite the bullet and get a guide dog and stop being so proud. I since then have fallen in love with my guide dog. I don't know how I would live without him. He's very helpful. Number 7 is, summarize your guide dog in 5 words. This one was really tough, but I'm gonna go with relaxed. He's very chill dog, as you can tell, even though he's mad at me. He's loyal. Like I said earlier, he is like the ultimate family dog. He's very sarcastic. He does this thing with his eyebrows that I'm going to talk about later, but just he needs subtitles. He's one of those dogs. He's friendly and he is dedicated. Number 8 is, what is the best thing about your guide dog? And there are so many great things. The one that came to mind probably isn't one that I should be sharing with you, but I have a tendency to talk to myself. I just do. I'm an introvert, so I talk to myself. It's one of those bad habits that I developed as a child that I sort of never broke when I became an adult. And now that I have Lex, if I'm walking out on the street and I'm mumbling to myself, people just think I'm talking to my dog, which is fantastic. People don't tend to think I'm as crazy as I am. But seriously though, the best thing about my guide dog is that he's in tune to our whole family. When we're working, he is very much focused on me, but when we're at home, he loves my kids, he loves my husband, and he loves our puppy Oliver even. So he's like the perfect family dog. I think I've said that like a million times, but I can't express to you how much I love Lex. Those of you who have guide dogs, you know. Like, they're not just work dogs. They're family dogs. They're part of your family. Number 9 is what is the funniest thing your guide dog has ever done. This was really difficult because Lex is a lot of things, but he's not really funny. He's really serious and sarcastic and sort of lazy, and he's chill. That's the best way I can describe Lex. He's chill, but he's not really that funny. But I do have one story which was sort of amusing, sort of sad, but sort of amusing. I had gotten Lex in the summer of 2014, and after having him for nearly a month, we decided to take the kids to a sort of like a Storyland amusement park, really small for really small children. And I had stayed with Lex the entire time while my husband took the kids on all the rides, but the kids really wanted to do one with me. And I was still new to the whole guide dog thing, so I didn't really think about what the consequences of that would be. But I left Lex sitting at the bench with my husband. I gave him the leash, but he still had his harness on, and harness means work. And work means I need to be with my boss. But I had left and went on the ride with my kids, so I came out. Lex was freaking out. I walked out of the gate and he jumped, arms over my shoulders, back legs around my waist, and he's like, "My woman!" After that, whenever I left Lex with my husband, I took off his harness, and that solved all of his problems. But the poor dog, he didn't know what to do with himself. Question number 10 is, has your dog ever gotten you into some embarrassing situations? No, I would have to say not really. He's pretty serious about his job. He did though once. It wasn't his fault. Let's start off by saying that. But he did though once steal a little sandwich from a little boy. But the little boy was sitting in a carriage, and he had his arm out like this, letting the dog sniff his sandwich. And Lex was like, "Oh, is that for me?" And the kid started to cry, and I felt like a jerk. But, well, don't put your sandwich in front of a dog's nose. What do you want? What do you expect is going to happen? Number 11 is, what is your guide dog like on harness? He is very serious. When he's outside off leash, he's like crazy wild, all of his energy out. In the house, he's really chill. When he has on his harness, he's like super serious, like, don't you mess with me, I'm working now, lady. His ears go back, he's very concentrated. The only thing that he has difficulty with is other dogs when he's on harness, but it's getting better. The reason that he would bark at other dogs when he's working, he's not supposed to do that by the way, is because he had a lot of pain in his leg that we didn't know about, and he just recently had TPLO surgery, and now that that's finished, the barking has diminished. It's no longer there, so he does very well. But he's very serious. He takes his job very seriously, and he's very attuned to his work. Like, we hadn't been working for a good 4 to 6 months, and now that he's allowed to work again, I was afraid that we'd have to go through all the training again, but no, he picked it up right away. He's a genius dog. Genius dog. Number 12, or one of some of your guide dog's quirks. He's got a lot of them. You're a quirky dog, but I'm a quirky woman, so again, make a great match. He's got this eyebrow thing that I told you about. You can't see it right now because he's on my lap trying to sleep, but he sometimes, like, he'll do the one eyebrow lift thing that I just can't do. Whenever we walk, when he turns around, like when we're working, and he looks at me like, "You mean the other left?" for example, he's got like these eyebrow things, and I always say he needs subtitles because he can communicate with his eyebrows. I have this gray hair right here in my eye. Excuse me while I pluck it out. I also tend to sit like with my legs, one leg over the other, not necessarily crossed, but like just my ankles over each other, and he does the same thing with his front legs, which is really funny. There's this one store that sells like, it's like almost like a little hot dog stand. It's called Hema in the Netherlands, but they sell like little hot dogs or wraps, or just, it's like a quick little to-go sandwich place. He always goes there. Always. It doesn't matter which shopping mall we're in or which city center we're in, he finds that one store and he always sits there and like, "Here lady, you need to have a sandwich." What does that tell you about me? Number 13 is, where does your guide dog seem to work the best? He really likes difficult situations. Before we moved here, right now we live more in the suburbs. We moved last year. We lived like right in the city center, which was really small sidewalks, lots of things over the sidewalks, bikes on the sidewalks, trash cans. So there was very little sidewalk for him to actually walk on, and there were tons of people. So the more he has to do, the better he does. He's getting a little bit lazy now because in the suburbs the sidewalks are bigger. We also have less distances to walk. It's more in a straight line. He gets a little bit lazy, but he really does well with lots of people, lots of things to go around, lots of obstacles to find, and he's like in his game. He also really loves to go shopping. He does very well, like I said, a dog after my own heart. He does really well with a full day of like shopping, whether it be grocery shopping or clothes shopping or whatever kind of shopping. He's like, I'll go, let's go. Come on, I'm ready. Number 14 is, what is your guide dog's favorite thing to do while not on harness? I already sort of mentioned this once, but when he's inside, he's really chill. When he's outside, he's like a beast. He runs like crazy. So he loves to play outside because he's really good at keeping his energy low in house. So when he's outside, he runs. He just scares the living daylights out of all the little dogs because he just runs right up to them. He's like, oh, you want to play with me? And the little dog's like, what the heck is this big monster? What are you running at me for? But his favorite thing to do is play outside. He loves the forest. We've got this forest sort of close by our house and he loves it there. So we have to take him pretty soon. Now that his TPLO surgery is finally starting to heal, he's just been released again to do some work and to sort of play outside without a leash, as long as there's not a lot of dogs, because he does go crazy. So we'll have to go to the forest again soon. Hopefully like in October, then his leg will be a little bit more, there'll be a little bit more muscle. He has to build up muscle mass in his leg, so that takes a while, and if he makes a wrong turn, he'll be in trouble. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent again. And lastly is, has your guide dog ever done anything that goes above and beyond the call of duty? Yes, he has. My youngest daughter, Aubrey, God bless her, she's the sweetest little thing, but she's a flight risk. She does and doesn't think first. It was even worse when she was a kid, but it's still pretty bad. When she was about 4, maybe, I think we had Lex for about a year, so she had to be about 4. We were at my in-laws' house, and my in-laws live in this neighborhood where every house looks like each other. In the Netherlands, you have a lot of row houses, and they're very close by each other, and they all sort of look the same. So Aubrey decided to walk out the door and head to the car while we were still getting our shoes on, and she got lost, and I couldn't find her anywhere. My husband was looking for her. I was panicked. Luckily, there's not like a lot of busy streets near my in-laws' house, but we still couldn't find her, so I didn't know what to do. So I took Lex's harness off and I told Lex to go find Aubrey. His nose went right up in the air and he sniffed the whole way that Aubrey walked and he found her. It was a scary moment, but Lex knew exactly what was wrong and exactly what we needed. So that wraps it up for the guide dogs tag. Thank you, Lex, for allowing me to invade your personal space. If you enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you like these videos that I do every once in a while about being visually impaired, let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see next. I don't have a specific channel about being visually impaired. I have thought about it, but I don't have enough content for it. But the videos that I do on this channel, even though it's a booktube channel, are my most watched videos. So I feel like you guys apparently like them. So let me know down below if there's anything else, any other tag videos, any other information videos that you'd like me to do, because I can try to do them at least once a month or once every 2 months if you guys like them. And I really enjoy doing them because it shows you a little bit about my life, and I find them to be inspiring when I watch them myself. And I like to inspire other people. So let me know down below if there's anything else you'd like to see visually impaired related, and I will make sure that I get to it. If you have not yet, I would love it if you subscribed. As usual, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Goodbye.